I know it's been a while since y'all seen this background. What's going on, everybody? Deacon here, and this is just a video. I'm trying to make it short as possible. We'll see how that works out. I'm gonna try to make a short video just replying to a comment that was left on my last video. Is the Millennial Generation Trash? And the reason why I'm making a quick video, because as I was starting to type, the comment was about to start getting long-winded. I wasn't trying to write some 3-page essay on my response, and I figured I could respond quicker in a video. Let me first, before I get into what my response, I first want to say for everybody that's left a comment both online and offline, I thank you. Even though the online comments were a lot more respectful than the offline comments, I can't even share them. Two, when I talked to some of my elders and I either told them or showed them this, these are either your children or your children's children. So you play a role in this. Ooh, you talking about somebody that got in their feelings. Now listen, I understand that when you are older, you live life and you experience certain things. You never want to hear a younger person say anything or feel like they're checking you or, you know, trying to tell you what you did wrong. But once we started actually having the conversations and talking about where society and where the world is currently, and this is both in and outside of religion, then they softened up a lot and we started to realize, like, wow, we see with different generations how what causes and effects came both for the good and the bad, for the things that we wanted to keep that was passed on, and some things that did need to change and we need to move away from because it was more of a hindrance than something that was good. But anyway, let's get to the comment. How many kids do you know are Bible literate or even been inside a church or ever heard that Jesus Christ loves them? Now, for me personally, I still see quite a few. Now, it's not as many as it was when I was growing up, because what I've learned, and as you see on my shirt, there were a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. They went to church, but they weren't the church. That a lot of people grew up and said, you know what, I'd rather be more spiritual than religious and not go to church because there's a lot of hypocrites in the church. So therefore, they're not really exposing their children to, you know, the Bible or to Christianity or any religion, you know, for that matter, because of the experiences that they had. But for me personally, because from time to time we visit 3 churches, you know, like there's a new church that someone invited me to. It's a little over a year old, you know, so it's a small congregation, but they do have a children's ministry and, you know, having books and activities and things for them laid out that they can learn and then have their parents share what they learn with us. So I thought that was good. Then there's another church that we go to more frequently. It's like a 4, almost 5,000 member church. And yeah, they definitely make sure their kids are Bible literate and know that Jesus loves them. Now, as far as application, I can't speak on that because I'm not in anybody else's household, but as far as for are they teaching them, yes. But then the last church, unfortunately, because most of the young adults left, so of course when you don't have young adults, you don't have young children, so there's a big gap. You have your elders in the church and then you have their offspring, but like I said, the ones with children, they kind of left. You do still have some teenagers there, but nowhere near as much. You still have a little children there, but nowhere near as much as it did at one time. And unfortunately, you're starting to see things are slowly starting to come to an end and dying off, both literally and figuratively. But like I said, to answer the question, I still see it, but it's because of the environments I'm in. But however, I do see and do know why it's not as many as it was at one time. Then the other last part of that question that I wanted to address, then without any relationship as an elder to someone else's child, we are supposed to correct them when their own mama and daddy won't? Out of order. I cannot raise Chucky. He needs a deliverance, not a village. I can admit that was funny and that was a good one. And that's true. I agree with that 100%. Like I said, I did a video where I talked about how, you know, I think it was called, Is the Village Still Allowed to Help Raise the Child? And I kind of addressed that, how where I have to deal or address these children, or the Chuckies, so to speak, you know, when maybe their mom and dad are going to come for me and try to cuss me out because I said something to the children, so on and so forth. But the only issue I'm running into with that, though, is because not only do I have to deal with Chucky, but I have to deal with Chucky's mom and dad, because now I'm dealing with a child and parents that act like children. And it made me think, who raised the mom and dad, that the relationship is so bad that the elders can't speak to the younger generation or can't speak to Chucky? Where did that go wrong and what happened there? The conversations that I had offline, some of them good, like I said, some of them outrageous. I got the answer to that question. Now, not all across the board, because even though we have shared experiences, each individual still doesn't know everything and haven't experienced everything. But at least from all of these answers, the reason why I even put this question out there, I got the answers I was looking for. If you're interested in me sharing for what I can, I'll do a video for it. You let me know in the comment section below. But that's pretty much what I wanted to do as a response. As I mentioned in my original comment, those were excellent points. Those are things that I was able to talk to others, as I mentioned, to get addressed. But you know, feel free to leave any more comments or questions in the comment section below. But once again, I thank everybody, both online and offline, who gave their responses. You know, if you haven't seen it, I'll leave a card up top and a link in the description below. Please check it out and leave your feedback or leave your opinions. So as always, be wise, and until I see you all next time, have a great day.